if you put this potato seed in the ground, it'll grow a potato, but it's better when it's attached to the plant. There's another potato right there. This one is rotten just because, but this is literally, this is a firm, solid potato. And then you can put this in the ground and it'll just make more potatoes, okay? Like literally, like I could pull this up right now. I'll show you. Check this out. Ugh. So you actually want to put these back in the ground after you take the potatoes out, because these are going to grow more potatoes and it's already attached to a plant. So you just replant them. You break this rotten one off. This will decompose into plant food, so toss it over in the decomposing garden. And then there's a tiny potato, you leave that on the plant. You could actually just let these get bigger, but I'm just gonna harvest them. You could put the smaller one back in the ground. And yeah, endless potato glitch. Just put these back in the ground. It's nice and moist, and you know, now I have food. All right, bro, check this out. I know an endless food glitch, all right? So check this out, all right? So these are called tomatoes. And what they do is pretty much just make tomatoes. What you feed them with is decomposing stuff like grass, leaves, or tree branches. But tree branches obviously aren't like dirt, but these will decompose and pretty much be like dirt. And you will just have endless tomatoes. These will literally have like 200 seeds in each of these. And yeah, tomatoes, a super easy one. What you do with tomatoes is you keep, whenever you start them, you keep putting dirt up them. So like this is literally like 1.5 feet in the ground, but originally like that part that's 1.5 feet under the ground was where it actually started. So they will actually root. The more, like, they'll root. If you were to bury this up to like here, it would just root just from here, just because how they are. But you obviously wouldn't bury it too high. But the more moisture they have, you know, the better they're gonna grow. That's why these ones are looking so healthy. And then there's some more on the table right there. They're all right, and they have tomatoes all over them, but they're not as healthy as these ones. And then I got some potatoes right here. Check this out. This only takes about 4 months, and right now is the growing season. So buy some potatoes, put them in the ground, and just cover it with a bunch of stuff so you can lock in the moisture. But the potatoes will rot if you leave them in too long, like if there's too much moisture. So just keep an eye on them. So once you first plant them, like check them within like 3.5 months to 4 months, but or whatever, you'll figure